So it's Chris Jenkins along with Hunter Yancy. Did I say it right?
Yes, right. Hunter Yancy.
It's
that's
a little
right.
bit different. That we switched roles for this video, but normally the day after I do my day after thoughts. I want to do one today because it's such an exciting victory, getting back on track, and I want to have some extended time to talk with you guys. First, I'm going to talk about some things that I had on my mind, right?
Go ahead.
Which is, where do we go from here? The Carolina Panthers were 1-5, right?
Not anymore.
Now 2-5. And I'm going to talk about that locker room after the game, which was, again, it was very exciting, very different. If you haven't checked out the pictures on Instagram, follow us on Instagram, but Jonathan Stewart and Mike Tolbert, before they got dressed, they put on their Power Rangers, I think it was.
It looked like it.
It was the blue and the black.
They played like Power Rangers.
They did. And so, you know, I wanted to bring that to your attention because you guys often ask me about the mood in the locker room. It was very, very, very much like last year with these guys, seemingly just like exhaling that they were able to get such a good victory. Talked to a few guys asking, was it a key to this victory, the bye week? All of them said, in one way or another, that this bye week had something to do with them being able to get refreshed, think about everything, just kind of get it all out.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. Gives them time to think about it. You're 1-5. You got to figure out something and fast. And I think they did that today.
Yeah.
It really showed.
You know, sometimes it's like when you're trying to figure out something, how you have to just step away.
Yeah.
Come back and you got it together. Maybe that's what that did for these guys. I don't think they got much help, though, from the NFC and other games so far today.
Well, Tampa Bay just lost. Tampa Bay did lose in overtime to Oakland. That might help them out a little bit. And Atlanta, Green Bay had just scored last time I checked. So, I mean, it's anybody's ball game right now in the NFC.
So where do we go from here? I don't know, but I'm excited. You know, it's like the excitement is back, and I think as a media, as a fan, you like that excitement and that hope for optimism, right?
Optimism is the greatest thing ever. You got to be confident and keep going. It's still early. It's still early. What's this, only week 7? 2-5?
Yeah.
Still a lot of ball game to be played.
So we also, as you guys can see, we're still in the media room here, and we just heard from Cam Newton. Cam was sharp.
He was a little bit livid. He was a little bit livid.
But he was sharp dressed today.
Oh, sharp dressed, of course. He is every week. His hat game, A+.
Pretty
A+.
good.
It was A+.
All right.
I like the feather that he had. I like the feather.
So Cam seemed just a little unhappy about the play calling today, or at least the lack of against him. Talk about that.
I don't want to say a little bit because it looked rather heated. He looked like this really upset him. What he was mainly upset about was the fact that he kept getting those no calls on the late hits, the low hits, and he feels like he's not protected by the league. In the press conference, he said, it's not fun anymore. I don't feel protected. And another thing, he said he doesn't feel like the referees are really trying to protect him, which is awful to think about. You know, the referees are there to keep the game safe. And, of course, you see these calls for everybody. You know, Tom Brady would get the call. Everybody would say, oh, well, it's because it's Cam Newton. He's a running quarterback. I mean, he just won his first MVP. But, come on, it's got to be called safely. And he was very upset about that after the game.
Do you think that things have been improving for him call-wise?
No. I really don't think they've been improving for him call-wise. I think, of course, the NFL could do better. They can always do better officiating the game. That's hard to say. Rather, officiating could do better officiating the game, and especially trying to keep it safe because he is a mobile quarterback. You know, if he's outside of the pocket, are you going to still call it whether he releases the ball and gets popped low? It's one thing helmet to helmet, but low hits, they can destroy injuries, they can destroy injuries, of course, but they can destroy careers. Yeah. And he was very specific. Someone in the media room asked, what was the breaking point for you to be able to snap like this? And he said, on the goal line, when he could have torn my ACL, which is huge. No one wants to have a torn ACL.
Right. So also, Cam mentioned that he wanted to talk to the commissioner about this. Do you think what do you think that could do for him?
I think it could maybe open the conversation where Roger Goodell talks with the head of officials and says, maybe we need to start watching this for all quarterbacks. I'm not necessarily going to say Roger Goodell will say, everybody watch on Cam Newton. Right. Nick, I don't want him coming to my office ever again. But I think it's an eye-opener. And the fact that he said this today is great because that helps other mobile quarterbacks like a Tyrod Taylor in Buffalo, Russell Wilson, in case he was to get hit. I think really Cam Newton brought to the spotlight something that no one's really talking about. Okay.
All right, so we just wanted to provide you guys some extra feedback there because there were so many headlines from the day. Still going to do my day after tomorrow, day after thoughts on the game. But thank you guys for watching. As always, leave your comments below. We love to hear from you. We'll answer all of those.
Hit that like button.
Hit the like button. And most importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel, please. We'll appreciate your support. We'll continue to cover the Carolina Panthers for you this week. This is Chris Jenkins along with Hunter Yancy. I kind of forget because he's used to doing this. Thank you guys for watching.